top of the morning, and it is a beaut.
And the hope of the Irish as the future champion of the world.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio.
Welcome to the Barry J. McDonald podcast. The place where dreams get dusted off and acted on. Because life is too short. We're living on a rock that's flying through space, and hey, what the hell else were you going to do with yourself here?
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode. Now, today I want to ask you, did we kill Elvis? Now, hopefully you know who Elvis is, or maybe you have heard a little bit about the Elvis movie, but the reason I'm talking about it is because my wife and myself went to see the Elvis movie last week, and I have to say I really, really enjoyed it. My wife is a huge fan of Elvis, so she probably enjoyed it more than I did, but I still came away from it, really, really enjoying the movie. And for a movie that's over 2 hours long, it just flew by. It was a real treat. I really enjoyed it now. Now, the reason I'm bringing this question up of did we kill Elvis? The Elvis's manager, which is portrayed by Tom Hanks, Colonel Tom Parker, at the end of the movie, when he is just kind of reminiscing, going back over Elvis's life and Elvis's death and who is to blame for Elvis's death, he asks the question of the audience, was he to blame for it? Was Elvis to blame for it? Was the drugs to blame for it? Or were we to blame for it? Now, what he says is that, to him, one of the reasons that Elvis died so young as he did and in the state that he did was because of us. He was trying to please us. He was trying to give us as much as we could. We wanted to hear his songs. We wanted to see him in concert, and he wanted to over-deliver. And by him over-delivering, it affected his health. It sent him down this kind of destructive path. And unfortunately, he was probably lighting the candle at both ends. And that is why he burnt out a lot quicker than he probably should have. But he was kind of saying that we are to blame for his, misfortune because we wanted too much of him. And it got me thinking of, how, a lot of us love being surrounded by greatness. When you think about it, like maybe you've been to a concert recently, or maybe you're planning to go to a concert, but you're probably paying a good price for a ticket because you want to be in a hall with greatness. You want to see your favourite band. You want to see your favourite performers at their very best. So you're paying to be in the company of greatness. And again, too, you have people like paparazzi who are constantly chasing greatness around all the time just to get a snap. Now, usually in those cases, it's probably a snap that they can make some money off, and that is probably going to portray someone in a bad light. But again, those people are running around trying to capture a picture of greatness. And again, too, some people queue up for hours outside a hotel to see the favourite star going in and out the door, hoping that they'll take a few moments to sign a few signatures. Again, trying to get a small piece of greatness. And it kind of got me thinking, when it comes to greatness, we will pay anything to get in the same room as greatness. We will travel anywhere in the world to be in the same room with those people. We will buy their books. We will buy their magazines. We will buy their products. Even if it's only got their name on it, we will buy their products so that we can almost kind of, get a little bit of a fix, or just kind of, get a little bit of a high off their kind of greatness. Just even having their name on your runners, or buying their book or a t-shirt or something like that, just to have a mention of them, because we want that little bit of a greatness to kind of leach over to us, to make us feel better about ourselves, that we are also great too, because we have this person in close contact with us. And it kind of got me thinking that, when people will pay so much money like that, maybe it's a good thing that maybe you and I should maybe focus on trying to be great at something. Because when you are great at something, people will seek you out. People will pay anything for your service. People won't complain about your price tag because they want to be in contact with you. They want you doing the work that you can do. They want you performing or whatever you're going to do for this person. but they want you to do that service or provide that. So they're actually paying for your greatness. And in those cases, like when you do get really, really great at something, people won't complain about the prices that you have. People won't complain about all the, how far they'll have to travel to be with you, or that they have to wait maybe 2 weeks or whatever before you can do a callback call, or that before you can, give them some coaching because you're completely booked out. People won't really care about that. They will be patient. They will sit aside because they, want to wait for you because you are great at what you do. And a lot of us, unfortunately, sometimes who aren't great at anything, the reason that people aren't paying attention to us, the people that the reason why people are maybe sniffing at our prices or maybe not buying as much off us as they possibly could be buying is because they don't see us as being great. They don't see the value in us. And when they don't see the value in us, well then, we're just another commodity. We don't stand out for the crowd and we're not great in their eyes. So maybe if I was to give you some advice, probably advice for myself too, would be to focus on one thing. Focus on something that you like. Focus on something that you can be great at. Focus on something that you can make a name for yourself. And when you get known as the person who is great at that thing, people will seek you out. People will travel all over the world to be with you, and people will pay any money to work alongside you or buy any products that you have, books, videos, t-shirts, jumpers, coats, whatever. They'll buy anything to have your little bit of greatness on it. So, did we kill Elvis? Who knows? But I think Tom Parker has something right when he did say that, because a lot of us just want to be in the company of greatness for as much as possible. So give that some thought today and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Before you go, Barry wants to show you how you can use the power of stories to sell more of your products and services. He says that if you head on over to the rightcom.com website now, he'll show everything you need to do. Have a great day, and thanks for dropping by.